Hello and welcome back to Monster Hunter Wilds, where today we are going to be doing some of the new 10 stars, Gog and Zoshia, but in reverse order, and one of them I'm going to be soloing. Just checking my settings to make sure that things are the way they're supposed to be. HDR is already off, so it doesn't matter that I disabled it there, but whatever, just had to be absolutely certain. So, let's go ahead and make a private lobby. But then I'm going to try and solo Zoshia, and then once that's done, I'll open the lobby up. Hey there, Nick. Hey there, Wolfkinson. So it looks like the way they were rotating the festivals earlier was just until they did each one once, which I appreciate. I'm glad that we get some time where it's not a festival. And let's make sure I remember that Zoshia is weak to probably dragon. Yep, that's dragon, all right. So this is the set that I was using for AT Arkveld, doing the challenge quest with a friend the other day. And I believe what I should do is probably drop the dragon res, because Zoshia doesn't do too much dragon that I recall. There's more fire and thunder. And I can probably get away without having all this stun res. We could put Destroyer in. I mean, it's only 1 point, but hey, it's something. And get some more fire res. That ought to be good. Have ourselves a nice meal. Oh, the ramen meals are gone. That's a shame. I had a bunch of tickets left for them. I didn't realize they were a limited time only thing. Well, whatever. When it comes to Zoshia, Defender is never a bad choice. Let's go for Defender. Also, if I'm not mistaken, yep, they haven't fixed it. Okay, so, not sure if it's something with the current version of the game or what, but take a look at Stache's tail. Why is it the standard color for the outfit, whereas the rest of him is blue? I'm pretty sure that wasn't always the case. They messed that up.
Any quests you want to go on?
Alrighty. Event quests. Hope of the Ancients. Wow, really? Special assignment Slay Gogmazios is the name of the 10-star Gogmazios quest? That is a really boring quest name. Might as well use a voucher. And set that back up to 4 before it's too late. Players and support hunters, yep.
Quest accepted.
Congrats on beating the Celestial Serpents in one go, Nick. Yeah, it's not an easy thing to do. I've done it a couple times myself now, and I've got them ready to go for another time as soon as I play the game again, which will be as soon as they add the patch with the royal monsters and whatnot. But yeah, I'm ready for that. I don't know what loadout I should be using for this, but I feel like loadout 9 is my Gog set, and that'll probably work just fine for Zoshia. Yeah, am I missing anything that I would care about? Not that I can see. I mean, it might be not the worst idea to be able to make more ancient potions, but we'll go with this for now. Alrighty. Let's go see what kind of hands 10-star Zoshia has. I was about to say AT, but it is not AT. It's just 10-star.
We can take anything if we work together.
Hey there, Crab.
Here we go.
Was about a year too early in my attempt to counter that.
Be careful. Everyone's angry. Yeah, right on target.
Okay, so still the same Zoshia as always. Just numbers are bigger, at least by the look of things so far. Again, about a year too early on my attempt to counter. Ow. This is like the one quest in the game where I wish I had Evade Extender 3. Because those explosions are enormous. There was a wound on his face earlier. Did it heal? Because he's a construct? Or did it just go away for other reasons? Did I break it without paying attention? Did it go away because he entered dark face mode? Oh, and just as a fun little bit of trivia for this game. Every game's got its hardest quest, you know. That's just how it is. But the difficulty of the hardest quest in each game varies dramatically. And if you look specifically at HP values, you can get at least some idea as to, you know, what each game expects of us. Which is a way of saying that proof of a hero in this game, we end up needing to cut our way through a lot. Okay, I don't recall him doing that on his little crystals in previous versions. Yeah, proof of a hero in this game, the HP value that we have to eat our way through in 50 minutes is more than double the amount of HP that Fatalis has in Monster Hunter World. And proof of a hero is a high rank quest. Okay, I walked into that. This guy is really good
Heels inbound.
at just smacking me. Oh, I am out of special slinger ammo, so I just have to live with him doing what he's gonna do. They appear to have not given us rocks to drop on him for 10 star. That's interesting. Excuse me? How did that not trigger my counter? Like, it didn't harm me, so that's fine, but... how? That tail went right through me. That face is really soft. Give me the wound. Okay. The wound on the face is gone because it changed states, but... wow, the wound on the arm also disappeared, like, instantly. Or that probably wasn't a wound, it was probably a weak spot, wasn't it? Yeah, one of those counterable things. A follow-up. And the face wound is back when his face is in fallen mode, and looks like I managed to get it. What's he got for me here? Another Pierce Pod. I mean, hey, those Pierce Pods are a lot of damage. And now I need to get very far away. Because I have no means of busting any of those. So yeah, I just need to be out here on the edge where the flames don't reach. Okay, that was a frame drop if ever I saw one. Where is... okay, you know what? Now isn't the time to be looking at graphic settings. I'm pretty sure I'm still on DLAA. Oh, now there's rocks to drop on him. So I guess he had to burn away stuff in the ceiling to expose the rocks. I guess that was probably always the case and I just never paid attention, and I just... at a certain point I notice, hey, there's rocks on the ceiling, and then think, oh, I probably should have been going for those the whole time, but it turns out I couldn't go for them the whole time. Because they weren't there the whole time. Anyway, sir, if you would like to come, get rocked. Like that.
Power up, activated.
Looks like, per the minimap, some of the special ammo should be coming back soon. That'll be helpful. There was a weak point on his hands there I totally should have gotten sooner. Ow. Those fireballs are hurt. And I've got a lot of fire res.
Heels inbound.
Ooh, the double. Now, if this big fella would just pivot on his hind legs to face me. I mean, I could probably have this land on his tail right now, but I'd rather have him facing me when it drops on him. Okay, he did pivot on his hind legs, but not in the way I was hoping. Now seems good. Bonk.
All right. Look. Hey, get out of there.
Well, at least I made a safe zone. Looks like I would have been safe behind him, too. I'm out of mega potions. And also, again, those explosions are too large.
Leave this to me. Heels inbound.
Oh, thank you for the heals, Cat. They are appreciated. Shouldn't have locked myself into that move. I want to make some mega potions. Mega potions help. Ooh, nice. Got the knockdown. I know the arms exist, but the face is way softer. I don't care so much about breaks as I do about clearing the quest. Ow. That exploded a little bigger than I was hoping for. And there's my Vigor Wasp revival. Oh, I am out of ammo. There we go. When his white face is broken in a way that just makes it not have all the crystalline bits around it, he looks like such a sad little Muppet.
Do your thing, Blunderang.
Wow. Actually got a flinch on him with just a dragon pod. Alright, we are in the final phase. I may have said I don't truly care about breaks so much as I do about clearing the quest, but that tail is too juicy. Ooh, nice break. Big boy can't get me back here. Yeah, Nick, it is really interesting how many Elder Dragons Zoshia actually pulls moves from. Like, we've got Fatalis stuff, we've got Crimson Fatalis stuff, specifically the 4U G rank Crimson Fatalis. We've got White Fatalis stuff in the final phase. We've got Geismagorm stuff. We've even got freaking Shara Ishvalda moves. Like, Zoshia is just the Elder Dragon. Something tells me this heavy blunt pod will not get me a KO. And yet that something would be wrong. Wow. I was really hoping I'd be able to get on his face for a... please don't kill me. There we go. Still in it. Yeah, freaking AT Arcveld, it takes more than one heavy blunt pod to get a KO. I figured this guy, he would as well, but I guess 10-star Zoshia is no AT Arcveld. I don't mind that he decided that I should put that on his face instead of his arm. That's fine. Okay, and there's some Thunder Crysts available. Something tells me that during a Zoshia hunt is not the time when I super need to be told that the support ship will depart soon. Like, that is not the first among my worries right now.
I'll be fine. I got it covered.
I just hit something that was a weak point. Ah. It was hiding on the other side of his tail, I see. Man, that would have been nice if I hit anything with it. Feels really weird that you can offset a monster this big. Managed to get the weak point again. And the face is busted. And that's cart number 1.
I'm glad you're all right. Don't worry, you'll get him next time.
There's some Wormsbane available. Dang. Was hoping that I'd be able to dodge out of that by dodging towards him, but no. And yes, Nick, we do in fact have another Elder now who spawns crystals. Oh, I've been Dragon Blighted. He's Scully. Somehow, I don't think he's going to manage to cart me 2 more times before I cart him. Also, using the term cart for what we do to him is perhaps more accurate than for any other monster in the game. Considering, as far as I'm aware, canonically there's only the one Zoshia, and it just keeps coming back.
Leave this to me. Heels inbound.
Be nice if this guy took, like, 2 steps this way. Yeah, like that. Killed him with the crystals. Okay, 10-star Zoshia done. He carted me once, though he did get my Vigor Wasp Revival and my Guts. And now to go grab the tail. Hello, Gem. Don't mind that. And that means it was worth cutting the tail. The tail is beginning to rot. Judging by all of these insects around it. Must have gotten that gem at, like, the last moment possible. And hey, look, battle-tempered emblems. Kind of to give ancient weapon fragments. I feel like Black Ember Masses should have an icon that isn't a question mark. Like, we've got icons for stuff. Oh, yeah, it's a small swollen mass, so they could definitely have used, like, the monster body icon or something. They could have used something other than a question mark, is what I'm trying to say. Alrighty, now to open this up so that we can do some multiplayer 10-star GOG, because I don't trust myself and the 3 support hunters I can bring to be enough for that. Okay. Lobby ID is out. I'm gonna take a look at the barrel bowling. Welcome to the party, Brandon. This doesn't look like a very good setup, if I'm being honest. So what, we're supposed to throw one barrel down the middle, have it explode right there? And then send another barrel down one of the sides and hope that it explodes on the large barrel? So yeah, just the 2 throws that I did just now, exactly, are probably what you're expected to do to get an A. I probably did just get an A and just wasn't actively in barrel bowling mode. And I saw, I believe, Wolfkinson? Yes. And hey, look, there's 4 people in here. I swear, the mod I have that puts check marks on event quests, it's really nice to have. Like, I can see that, yes, I did that, but no, I haven't done that yet. The fact that the game tracks it but doesn't put an exclamation mark there itself, like, come on. If you're tracking it, just put the exclamation point there, the check marks there. Let us see what we have done without modding the game.
Make sure you're prepared.
So I typically go for Carver against GOG. I feel like that might not be the best of plans for 10-star GOG. And I hope at least one of you... Okay, good. We've got at least one shield here. Because we're not going to have Fabius. Looks like for my GOG set... Wait a sec, that GOG set isn't using... That's using my old stuff. Okay, we need to cobble together a GOG set real quick. Fire res is still good. I don't need quite so much, though. I'm probably gonna want a point or 2 of Mirewalker, because in my experience, it does help when going through the oil. This Destroyer Jewel we can probably drop for something. I mean, it would be nice to have if I can keep it. Let's look at what else we got, because it would probably be dropped for a 1-point thing. Tremor Res. Ooh, but Tremor Res is a 3-pointer to not get completely ruined. So probably not gonna bother with it because, yeah, unless you get all 3 points, you're still just as vulnerable to getting countered. by his stuff. Or not countered, but wrecked. So maybe just the 1 point, or maybe just no points of tremor res. And instead, yeah, just slap some fire res back on. Having more fire res never hurts. I could drop something that I use for damage to instead have tremor res, but nah. And, okay, we do have fire and dragon. That's what we want. Max potions are Catalyst and Mandragora, but more importantly, ancient potions are Immunizer and Nourishing Extract. I need to make more immunizers. So grab some immunizers. And grab some nourishing extracts. We can have more nourishing extracts than immunizers, so I need to grab an amount of them rather than all of them. And then we will register this loadout here. And now we have 10 more ancient potions in this set. And, oh good, we've got more than one shield. In fact, I'm the only one who will be completely reliant on everyone else to survive this quest. Thank you all for taking one for the team. The team is me.
Support you to the best of my ability. Good luck.
And yeah, I've heard that this GOG is just same GOG without anyone up there. But hey, people being up there, like 4 extra support hunters is not nothing. Right, I need to be on my fire weapon right now. Big boy did not want to stay in that lava vent. Wow, we already got a compact wyvern gun revealed, huh? I shouldn't have grabbed it. Should have saved it for phase 2. There's no reason to grab those in phase 1. So we've got this left wing arm all drippy already. And there's been no pop-up on the right side of the screen saying, hey, you can use fire weapons to make him all drippy. Do they assume that if we're doing this GOG quest, we know how GOG works already? Kind of amazed I didn't take damage there. So why is none of you just suddenly shouting out, "I'll block its attack," and making him do his oil beam at you? Is Fabius just a better tank than you guys? Well, at least he's kind of sitting in one of these for 2 ticks. Well, that one hit me. Big boy does not want to be anywhere near the deteriorated scrap. Yeah, that's right. I was gonna say come this way, but he was going for one of you guys. Rip. Oh, hey. He actually does want to get hit by that now. I mean, it's just 4,000 damage, but, I mean, hey, that's 4,000 damage. It's actually kind of silly that the lava vents are worth more if you can get him to stick in them for at least 2 ticks. Yeah, it looks like we have made it through phase 1. Brandon, rolling these before he's got all 4 arms on the actual ledge, they do no actual damage to his HP. Gog's phase transitions, you may see damage numbers happen, but during his phase transitions, he takes 0 damage until the phase is fully transitioned. Like, his health doesn't get the numbers you see actually applied. And the phase transition for phase 1 to phase 2 here ends when he's got all 4 hands actually on the ledge. So, doing any damage to him before all 4 hands have hit the ledge, the damage does not actually get applied to his health. Just for future reference. Alright, we got him to move over, so now we can actually hit him with the thing. A cool 8,000 damage. A little bit better than the rocks we dropped on him. I hate this move. The fact that the arm slam doesn't harm me and trigger my counter, but the sweeps are the part that hurts. And they come late enough that my counter will not still be valid. Be nice if this guy would fall over and give us his back again. Something tells me we're very close to getting the Elder Breaker dislodged. Rip. Alright, there's his back. And yep, there's the Elder Breaker. I'll go grab the far thingy. Bitey bastard. Why are you so bitey?
That helped.
There. They're all plugged in. I'm just gonna stay on the floor for a bit. I'm using way too many of my healing supplies before phase 3. They don't even have a call out for when the Elder Breaker's ready because Werner's not up here. And I'm sure we have just made it into phase 3. There's no way with all the damage we've been doing that he's not going to phase 3 now. Or apparently there is a way. Oh, he just had to smack us one more time, I see. Or... Why? What are you lasering, sir? Why are you not pointed at the wall? His Gog is behaving in ways. Okay, now we're in phase 3. Don't forget to swap to your dragon weapons, we kinda need it. That is, if you weren't using dragon weapons already. I personally, at the start of this phase, like to go all the way up on this ledge, because that way, he will never hit you with his storm of lasers during his arrival. But then, as soon as the storm of lasers is done, you gotta get off, because then he can absolutely target you. Rip. No carts left. Best behavior, everyone. Ooh, that was a good flinch. There's no NPCs to tell us how well we're doing at suppressing his power. We're in the dark here. I just realized that. Rip. And we will forever remain in the dark.
no doubt in your skills, Hunter. But maybe...
Hey! I'm counting on you.
Yeah, on the one hand, it's nice that they're not constantly popping up little videos of how to do GOG quest things, or screenshots, or whatever the heck it is they did for the standard GOG quest. But on the other hand, having the NPCs actually give us shoutouts like, hey, we're doing a good job suppressing its power, that is valuable info that I don't know how to judge, other than did we get actually murdered during the big AoE. Later, Nick. Thanks for dropping by. I was at DLAA. Which, while it does look nice, A, makes my room way hotter, because things are going to heat up inside the PC, but also introduces greater chances that there could be frame drops on stream. Had meant to change that back down after the big hiccup during the Zoshia, but forgot until just now. So it's going to be 25 minutes before the barrel bowling setup changes.
Do you have any requests? A sage.
Watch this.
Good.
Watch this.
A sage.
Watch this.
Might as well make
Watch this.
these Arkveld Gamma pieces
A sage.
while we wait for Brandon to join.
Oh, good. Very good.
Yeah, Crab, I have heard horror stories about people trying to solo this one. Yeah, it was 100% designed to be done in multi. And if you look on screen right now, you can see the true benefit of ray-traced reflections, because, center screen, like touching the top of my head, there's this big curved rib. That big curved rib has a reflection in the water, now being traced by my scalp. And we can still see the reflection even when that rib is not on screen. There you go, that's ray tracing for you. Screen space reflections, it would disappear as it got off screen, but no, that's what we pay RT money for things to be reflected even when not on screen. Also to make Resident Evil 9 look really, really good, but this game doesn't have path tracing like that, nor does it do RTGI, ray traced global illumination. No, it's just ray traced reflections. That's it. They haven't added another tier of armor upgrades since I last checked, have they? Nope. Also, the fact that I am now using 4 AT pieces makes it feel less valuable that my GOG weapons have Lord's Soul as their bonus. They're just enough good AT pieces that I don't need Lord's Soul on the weapon anymore, but what am I gonna put on instead, huh? And off we go for another attempt at Mr. Mazios.
We got this.
You're the only one who can manage this quest, Hunter.
Feels weird starting at the camp instead of down here on the floor. Alright, so ideally this time we'll have the lava vents do more. Yeah, this one's doing more. Difference between getting 1 tick of 2,000 damage and 5 or 6 is quite a difference. Nope, he went too far. And he turned this one on by himself. But he at least put himself in and for, looks like 3 ticks? I feel like that rock might hit right now, but it's also too iffy for me to go for it. Though now, that was absolutely a hit. Ow. If he was going for not me, I might have been able to get out of that. Wish the tail wasn't such a terrible hit zone in this phase. But I suppose that's the price you pay for having it be a relatively safe hit zone. Yes, please come this way. Please don't tremor me, though. I'm not a fan. Because we do still have this one lava vent left to trigger. Yes, this way. Looks like we got 4 ticks out of that one, so yeah, we got a solid amount more ticks of lava damage on him this time than last time, so that'll definitely speed our approach to Phase 3. And that's Phase 2. I personally like to hang out by the arm that is closer to the forge lever, because that encourages him to actually get over in front of the forge sooner. He might be hittable now. He is definitely hittable now. So, let's pull that. Get a nice 8K. And that is a very nice and early Dragon Breaker. And I just realized that I didn't use my cool drink yet, so I am burning alive, but that's fine. Because I still have guts. Oh, let myself run out of stamina. Well, thanks for picking up the slack. Literally. And now we just need to keep one eye on the Elder Breaker. Because they're not gonna yell at us when it's ready. Kablowie. Of course. It had to go right where I was moving. I so rarely see his chest get broken. Also, hey, his chest actually has armaments on it. I also very rarely see that. Be nice if this guy would do a phase transition soon. Phase 2, after the Elder Breaker has been used, is not exactly the most exciting. Okay, we've made it to phase 3. Once again, do not forget to swap to your dragon weapons if you haven't already. Excuse me, bird, you're supposed to keep climbing? And phase 3 is officially begun as soon as the icon of him, on him, leaves. So as soon as that icon showing, hey, you should follow this guy, goes away, then you are officially in phase 3. Well, that was very rude of him. I'm gonna stay down for a moment. There we go. And I mean, sure, I was being rude too, using my, zero sum on his arm. Rip. And here's hoping we have reduced enough of his power. Looks like we have. Do we get proof of a hero? Not yet. We are not yet heroic enough. Good news is we were keeping his power in check. These tremors. Maybe I really should have sacrificed some damage output for tremor res. Ow. Was not trying to get on his leg, but whatever. Oh, I just got freaking executed. Fired that point blank straight at me. Game, I do not care about Dragonfell berries. I want the anti-wyvern guns. And clearly the real problem is we're using anti-wyvern guns against an elder dragon. And he has been chimneyed for the last time. Rip. I tried. Hooray, we've survived another one. Do we get proof of a hero now? We do. See, I feel like we've actually earned proof of a hero in this particular version of this hunt. In the normal GOG hunt, proof of a hero feels like it plays too early. Like, it plays frequently as soon as he's done his first big Nova. And that's just too early. Playing after 2 of them when he's... You know, when we have to do everything ourselves and we don't have NPCs helping out, that feels right. They're both better than having it play for Lao because Lao himself got to the final zone. But, yeah. I like when proof of a hero starts playing when you've actually accomplished something. Buddy, I'm just trying to get this armament off your hand. Can you stop moving specifically this one around all the time? Also, can you not just absolutely wreck me like that? Rip. No carts left. Best behavior. Big boy Scully. We got that going for us. And he's doing his thing one more time. This should be the last one of these. I hope we've weakened him enough. I would use a life powder if I had one, but I do not. Okay, so we are dead. That's a shame. Didn't get enough dragon damage at the end there. Though, to be fair, he was moving around, like, way too much. I understand why we didn't get enough dragon damage. He was being a jerk. Let's see what today's barrel bowling's like. That's a lot of big targets. Shame they're not 200 points each. The fact that my barrel exploded on contact was not ideal.
Yeah. Any quests you want to go on?
Quest accepted.
I would have to sacrifice 2 damaged decos to get full tremor res. And there was never a time where getting tremored got me killed. And I don't think there would be as long as I just make sure I have my HP full before I get tremored. If I had 2 points of tremor res, there was at least 1 attack I would have avoided. That would only require dropping 1 damaged echo, and my damaged echoes that I would be dropping would not reduce my dragon damage output, so it's probably worth it. But what would I drop? Probably max might. I don't have element crit, so reducing my crit doesn't affect my dragon damage output at all.
Calm the mind and focus.
All right. Hopefully we can get him this time. Because boy, does he deserve to be got.
Good to have you. Good to have you.
You don't have to respond while we're hunting, though maybe during a phase transition or something, but Wolfkinson, you've got a sword and shield. Have you been doing jump attacks? Because this guy is mountable. And he is not hanging out in the lava vent. Oh, we got 1 tick. We got 2 ticks. Better than nothing. I feel like if we got him mounted during his Scully mode, that would have helped. But his mount defense is also outrageously high, so I don't know if you were doing jump attacks or if they even mattered. course, one of his hands had to land on my face. Getting closer, big boy. Bonk. Yes, please, come this way. You're almost there, buddy. Just a little farther. Rip.
Your supply items are in. They're in your sacred pouch.
That is the exact wrong direction, Gog. I mean, thankfully, if nothing else, we can say that time is probably not going to be the limiting factor in terms of getting this quest completed. No, the limiting factor is going to be dragon damage output. So losing time in Phase 1 is just losing time. And we don't get to use one of the lava vents, but since the phase change happens at a health threshold, that doesn't really matter too much. It means we've gotten as much damage in Phase 1 as we were going to get anyway. So it's all good. Now to hang out by his left wing arm. His left, not stage left. To convince him to get in front of the forge. Excellent. I managed to dodge, but it took me a little too far. And I did not quite get that connected. Get in there. Mr. Mazios, please get back up here. And looks like it's time to break the Elder. We still need this boy to head over to the forge.
That helped. That helped.
Here he comes. Bonk. Kind of hilarious that that got the tail break. Especially considering it looked like it hit his back legs, not his tail. Rip. Exploded a little later than I bargained for. Mr. Mazios, would you kindly proceed to Phase 3 already? said it before, I'll say it again. Phase 2 is just kind of bland after the Elder Breaker's been fired. There we go. Phase 3 achieved. As always, do not forget to swap to your dragon weapon if you haven't already. Excuse me? What's he doing on the floor? So honestly, I'm thinking it might be to our advantage to just not use a chimney pillar in this first part of Phase 3 and save them for the second and third Novas. Because this first part, he is at his least active. So if we can get him suppressed during the first one without the chimney pillar, then we'll have one to make him hold still when he's in Scully mode. Alright, I see. He is mounted now. Yeah, mount now will also help us suppress him for this first one. Yeah, this way, since we haven't used a chimney pillar yet, having one for when he's Scully is probably going to be a huge help for making him behave. And yep, we have suppressed him enough for now. Though it looks like only barely, judging by how fast the blocker's HP was going down. But now we can use a chimney pillar with impunity. Because let's be honest, if he wants to do more than 3 Novas, we probably weren't going to win anyway. Well, I was certainly high up. Finally, a break from the world exploding around me. And bonk. Well, I hope we've suppressed his power enough, and if not, I hope we can get there during this brief window. Yep, we got there. Nice. And there's our proof of a hero. He's not Scully yet, but hopefully we can get him there before he takes flight. Okay, he is Scully now. So that means he is in his most active mode. Which, should be fairly clear by now already. But we still have a chimney rock to drop on him when he flies. So, we've got at least something to help us. Ow. Nice bonk. Thank you for the heal, it saved my life. Nice knockdown. We love to see it. There's a wound on his lower back, but that just ain't reachable. Okay, never mind. It is reachable for some of us. Nice knockdown again. Of course, his back foot had to hit me. Ow. Yep, thanks, that helped indeed. Alright, time for the last... Well, it better be the last Nova. And we get to live! Mr. Mazios, if you would kindly just die already. Didn't want to be on the leg. There we go! 10-star Gog down. Nicely done, people. And unless the rewards are absolutely amazing, I am never touching 10-star Gog again. Yeah, that was definitely a mean hunt at times. It is kind of surprising how much those 4 support hunters actually contribute. Yep, this sure does look like the same stuff we would get from a regular GOG, plus a couple battle-tempered emblems we could get from any 10-star. Grats on your gem, Crab. Dragon Attack 3, Partbreaker 1, Divine Blessing 1. It's like they're telling me, hey, you should use this for GOG. Shame it's not good enough to actually beat out my current charm, but yeah, this is clearly a charm designed specifically for fighting GOG. Well, congrats, Wolfkinson, on getting a nameplate and nothing else out of this, then. Assuming you even still needed the nameplate. And we come back to a diva performance. That just ended. Yeah, Crab, that does in fact seem like a pretty darn decent charm. Surely the diva will start singing again shortly. And surely it will be something that we want to hear and deserve to hear after beating up that GOG. But either way, I am not going to be hunting anything else on this stream, so we're just going to listen to a diva song and then call it a stream, so here it comes. Not a bad one. Not the one I would have liked to hear, but not a bad one. I mean, none of them are bad. I don't know if it's been added to the main rotation yet, but the one that opens with Proof of a Hero would have been preferred. Yeah, Crab, let us indeed hope for good news regarding the expansion this summer. I mean, I don't believe there has been a stinker among the expanded versions of Monster Hunter games yet. So, like, yeah, it'll probably be good. And we're also gonna get more Monster Hunter Stories 3 stuff. That's gonna be nice. Yeah, something tells me there's a near 100% chance that the Wilds expansion drops before the end of March. No shot Capcom doesn't want it to land during this fiscal year. I personally think January would be a great time to drop it, but that's just because they would probably drop it at the end of January, and then it would be a nice birthday present for me. But I don't expect it to actually land this year. We'll get trailers this year, sure, but I don't expect the expansion to land this year. I fully expect it to be first quarter of next year, before Capcom's fiscal year ends. But who knows, maybe Resident Evil 9 did well enough that they don't see as much of a need to get a boost specifically this fiscal year. Maybe they'll drop it at the start of next fiscal year to give them a boost for that one. We'll have to see, won't we? And as always, the Divas song was nice. And with that, we are going to call this a stream. Thanks everyone for dropping by to watch and chat and all that. Thanks everyone who showed up to hunt. And I'll actually be back tomorrow because with this game, because there are a couple more quests that I need to do, but not today. So tomorrow, more Monster Hunter Wilds. See you then, friends.